Okay, well, let's make sure if something goes awry, we'll figure it out. So let's give this a third try, ladies and gentlemen. I think we just start from the top.
Okay.
I mean, it's just very minor. It's good. We'll start from the top. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry for the delay. We had some technical difficulties there. We have 14 items on today's agenda for the zoning citation hearings, March 20th, 2024. And hopefully we can get through these with no problems. I said that before, and we crashed and burned. So, first item on the agenda is 14 Elm Street. Counselor, take it away.
You want me to start from the whole thing?
If you don't mind.
No, I'm on. All right, we're on the record. Let the record reflect the time is, what time is it?
3:53.
All right, we're starting late today due to technical difficulties. I'm Attorney Gary Oberst. I'm the hearing officer today. To my right is Johnny Ducky. He's the deputy zoning inspector. And then I have Ian Hall, another deputy zoning inspector representing the city of Norwalk. When I call your matter, you can sit at the table. You can zoom in, call in, however you can contact us, you'll be heard. If you are an interested party, you'll also be heard. The procedure is the city presents its findings, then you will have an opportunity to be heard. I'll hear interested parties, and then we'll try to reach a solution. If you have any questions, bring them to my attention when I call your matter. First matter is 14 Elm Street.
All right. Let's give it a shot, everybody. And 14 Elm Street. Okay. So, last time we were here was February 21st, 2024, so a month ago. And at that hearing, the matter was continued to today, March 20th. A $5,000 contingent fine was placed with progress towards a zoning approval. And just make sure here, okay, good. That changed color for some reason, I got nervous, sorry, everybody. Ian, if you don't mind, that first knob there, up there. On February 21st, which was the same day as the last hearing, I'm gonna be giving it to Attorney Over. The owner of the property, as they say, submitted plans for and that's the attachments that are listed on the top of the email. Sent attachments for a plan for a permit. And I do have those plans. They will be coming up shortly. Here is the application form. And that is on top right there. Ian, if you want to give that to Attorney Overs. And going through. So there is this, we do have the application, which is good. And here are not every plan, but this is the plan of the second floor. And this shows up here on the second floor in the rear of the building, we have an existing unit back here. This is the illegal unit, illegal improperty that should not be there. And then here's the proposal with a reconfiguration of the entry foyer from the first floor. So there's a little reconfiguration here to this layout and converting a living room and a kitchen into a bedroom and a walk-in closet. And this space is now integral with the second floor unit. So just basically, at the end of the day, expanding the existing second floor unit, the legal.
Okay.
And so and then there was a small hiccup. We didn't need plans of the rest of the premises, and we did get those. And this was me on March 18th, just an email from me saying we needed those last minute items, basically a basement plan, first floor plan, attic plan, and we have gotten those since. So we have a complete application, which is in front of the hearing officer there. The application has been paid for, and it has been forwarded on to our conservation office for their review. So, in conclusion, we needed a zoning approval by today, and, we got it.
So we're still in violation.
We are in violation because technically the unit is still there. We need to get the work done, so building permits need to be pulled. Fire marshal approval is needed because it's more than a two-family. And once the work is done, inspections conducted by the building department, fire marshal, and zoning will result in the certificate of occupancy for a three-family, which is the end game.
Attorney Hall,
Yes, hearing officer. So, before we can start the work, before we actually have to remove one of the tenants, the tenant on the second floor. One appears to want to stay, one needs to go. We had conversations with this tenant previously, Rodrigo Ortega. And he had said he was gonna move, but he was dragging his feet. So we hired a eminent local attorney to initiate it for a eviction action against him. The attorney is actually in the room with us now. Abram Heisler, that is a notice to quit that was served on him last week. And he has not vacated, so I believe Attorney Heisler is going to be serving him with the written summons and complaint. So once he's out, we will be able to start work on combining the two units into one.
how much time do you need?
Well,
To get a judgment will probably take 6 weeks. So
And after you get the judgment,
then, let me look at this. What were the grants on the notes with the?
non-payment and also lack of
Lots of
time.
time. I would say I can get occupancy by the middle of May. No later than actually give me the end of May, just to be on the safe side.
No, I don't think that can prevent us. We've already submitted the plans. We just need the physical access to the
Yes.
space in order to, remove walls and do things like that. So, and I don't think it's gonna be that complicated a process, based on the plans we've submitted to the city.
so when he's at, you get occupancy end of May, and then you still need to do the work. So how long is that gonna take?
Well, I think if you put us on the schedule for the June hearing, we should either be buttoned up at that point or substantially, completed. Certainly the second unit will be empty. So I mean, there will not be an occupant in the second unit, which I think is the bigger issue as opposed to just converting it.
Well, per zoning, the bigger issue is that it all has to go. Occupancy to us for zoning is almost, I don't want to say irrelevant, but it is. It's relevant, but not as relevant as it would be for the fire marshal or the health.
Right. And it's,
So they'll be happy that that's gone. For me, I need this, lack of better terms, everything out. So I will say that it would be reasonable to say, you should have all permits definitely in hand by June.
I
Meaning
think,
that's us,
I think,
building,
yep.
fire, and if health is needed, I just realized that maybe needed. Should have all those approvals, and then I would say definitely, if the steam council is able to get everything squared away, work should at least be started by the time our June hearing comes around.
So you're content to continue it to the June hearing?
Correct, and I would request that there is a, condition that at least all approvals be issued and then, work at least started.
Right.
When's the June hearing?
That's an excellent question. I had that written down. I can look at it now though. We have June set up for the 12th. But we haven't set up for them. We don't have anything on it. So we can make it the 19th. I prefer not the 5th because I'm not here. Maybe we'll have Ian ready to go by then. Who knows?
We'll see.
Well, I don't care whichever one you want.
We'll do the 19th because that gives me more leeway from the May hearing. I can actually
Okay,
set, not just for this one. This one's pretty straightforward. I'm thinking other matters.
okay.
What was the date?
Our next hearing here would be the 19th of June.
Okay, that's fine.
So what's your position on the fine?
My position would be, obviously, we wanna make sure that this keeps going in a, keeps going in a timely fashion, so. Hey, popular. We would like at least a contingent fine to be placed.
We have a contingent fund.
We'd like to at least keep that going or increased. We're not looking for the assessed fine at the moment because we do have plans and we want to get this, taken care of and don't want a fine to, hurt that.
So. So you're satisfied with the fine, you want me? I mean, you're making progress, I think,
That's very true. Progress is being made on
Working
on that.
I don't think we need to increase the fine except maybe by $100 or so, because next time attorney will wear a suit.
Well, that's.
Attorney Heister is now representing Mr. Say.
Well, I wouldn't have had my paralegal fight for this case if I knew it was gonna be under a microscope. I could probably have it. So.
Let's see, violation continues, what did I say last time? Progress underway. Way. Continued. To.
Counselor, if I may pause you for 1 second, I have one guest on here. I want to see who this might be, so I doubt it's here, but let's just make sure. Hi Sally, this is, John at, zoning. Just making sure that you're not, in for this, this matter. Going once, going twice. Thrice. Alright. I tried. Alright, take it away, Counselor.
Contingent. Fine. Remains in place. That's the birthday, otherwise that's what you're about. Okay, all permits.
I assure you, I'm in my birthday suit underneath my costume.
Now.
The fine just tripled.
And work started. Oral notice, got notice right now.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that should take care of it. Can I do that?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Counselor. You're all set there. Sorry for the delay.
Get your knees. Right. Thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah.
This goes like this. I got it all messed up.
Well, yes,
How
who are
does
you
one
with
go
those?
through this?
All right, would you want to take the cockpit here and then I can help turn you over with the presentation and things like that?
Waking that overtime, love it.
Oh, yeah.
This is the old one.
Here. All right, here, I got it. I got it.
No one.
That's not there, thank you. I don't because our envelope printer was making me very angry and today, so I say, no, I can do it tomorrow.
This is that. This is the whole package.
That's the whole package, all right.
This is some evidence.
Of this here, thank you.
Can you just step out for just to make a phone?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah, absolutely. That's 20th first, there we go. What we consider that was a disaster, but it wasn't terrible. Yeah. All right. Hey, we got through one.
All right.
All right.
One down.
One down. 13 to go. 13 to go. Well, hopefully then we got this a little more squared away here. Okay, so next matter we have represented by council here is 13 Third Street, 14 Third Street, sorry.
Okay.
So if you wanna grab the, yeah, so exit out of that, you're on 14 Third, beautiful. So shrink it, you gotta do a share screen. So shrink that down. And see on the bottom, the green share screen, yeah, hit that. Nope, hit that, there you go. And then right there, with that, awesome, very good. I'll try to slow it down so that, you can, no offense, keep on. So here's the memo, this is a brand new one, so we haven't seen this one yet.
Okay.
And we do have counsel here for the, property owners.
Matt Mason from Gregory and Adams.
You have, any witnesses?
No,
Go ahead.
All righty, very good. So we have, so this started out, in early, I think early January, I believe. Or late December, the fire marshal's office, called my line and asked about 13 Third Street as they were about to do their, annual inspection. They wanted to verify it was a legal 6-family. Because of the
You just said 13.
13, what did I say?
You said 13.
It's 14.
This,
If I say 14, if I say 13, it's 14, trust me. All right, I'll put that out there. It is definitely that. So 14 Third Street.
okay.
And so upon my research for the fire marshal's office, found a, what was still actually an active violation. I have that on the screen there, from 2020, pre-COVID, just pre-COVID. For an illegal 6-family in a, 2-family zone. And, but then slightly after that, COVID did its thing, and to be completely honest, this got backburnered a little bit. And, so the fire marshal's inquiry, kickstarted again. So based on that, we had not received any applications to remedy. We have not, had any, invited inspections to zoning to go in and verify the use of the property. And the fire marshal also verified that it was a 6-family use, hence his inquiry. So based on that and the active file again, we sent a notice of violation on, keep going, there you go. On, what was it, January 2nd. And here is the notice for that. We have everything there from the actual notice. Keep going, keep going, keep going. There it goes, it is certified mail. And then next page. Voila, signed. Well, returned. Notice of violation. And so I wasn't signed by, if I may.
Attorney Mace, you have any objection to notice?
well, only that. The notice was sent to Nicholas, Andaris, who passed away last year.
Okay.
So I'm not sure, I mean, I'm substantively, we want to work it out, but technically, I'm not sure a notice to a deceased person satisfies. And it's also, the notice was sent to the homeowner's personal address, because this is an investment property, which is an additional complication.
Okay, so.
But again, I want to make clear, I'm all for working with the town. I'm not trying to cause a problem there.
Okay, so you have no objection to the hearing today?
No objection, correct.
Okay. Now, who do you represent then?
I represent the Peter Handrinos, who is the son of Nicholas. So Nicholas owned the property as an investment.
Right.
He passed away last year. Peter's the son. And who lives in Boston.
What is the status of the property? Is it still in the estate? Has it been?
As far as I know, it's still in the estate, but I can't guarantee that.
All right, so we just gotta get the problem.
Correct, and that's what we just want a little time to be able to put together a plan. There's no question that there's 6 where there should be 2. It's complicated. The matter in front of us was very similar. They're just a little bit ahead of us. Because we have tenants that I know that our client has been talking to, and either they're gonna leave voluntarily or we'll have to evict them And that raises its own issues.
What are you waiting for in the eviction? Why don't you file the notice to quit?
Well, I think our client, again, is out of state and kind of just recently became aware of these problems. So yes, I think we have to do that. If they're not gonna move out, then we need to file the notice of quit pronto.
I don't wanna hear that they tell you they're moving out for 3 months and then you still haven't filed a notice to quit.
That's fair enough.
All right, when do you wanna come back and update us?
I think if it could be the May meeting, then we should be very well along in that case. Which hopefully is much, well, it would be much more than just notices to quit. Hopefully we'll be able to have plans and do everything we possibly can.
So when is the May meeting?
The May meeting is the 15th.
Let's see if it's in my calendar.
And just so you're aware, Counselor, they're gonna have to do pretty much the same thing Attorney Hall is doing, just on a
Oh, we
slightly.
got a May meeting, 15th. Okay. So I'll agree to the May meeting, which is May 15th. I'm not gonna do any finding at this point, or even contingent, since you just got underway here and see what happens. And Where's my,
Oh, sorry, put over. All right, that's stay organized.
And we just need to do what's laid out in July.
Exactly.
okay, finding there. Violation found. No fine at this time. Continued to May 15th, 2024 hearing. Oral notice, this is your notice.
Got it?
Um, I'm just gonna put for progress, let's see what happens. Let's see what they have to say. Any questions?
No. Thank you both.
Hey, no problem. Thank you.
Appreciate
They
it.
all go like that. Thank you, Counselor. We'll be in touch.
As always.
I just wanna make sure there's no other participants.
Yeah, we
There's a
did that
Norwalk.
before.
Yeah, I know we should do that, yeah. You just wanna make sure that Norwalk got, so allowed to talk, yep. And then ask to unmute, you got it. Oh, that's, nope, okay. Hi, just wanna see if you're, here for any particular, matter. Oh, now we got a couple.
I wonder if that's her phone.
It could be, yeah, see what that is. And ask to unmute or something like that, huh. Hello, anybody there? Alright, well. Yeah, so, there is the raise your hand function on your screen if you're participating from home, and we'll see that, and we can let you into the meeting at that point. There we go. Karen. Thank you. I'm moving right along. So we have one more matter here represented by counsel, it's Attorney Heisler for 7 Knob Hill, and I believe also one of the property owners is here too.
Yes.
On the far left. Yep, double click that. So you can exit out of 14 third, no, cancel. Up where it says 14 third, that tab. Yeah, you can get rid of that one
Pictures.
and get rid of 14 Elm Street next to it. And 7 Knob Hill's over there, yep.
Okay.
Very good. Okay.
Well, you'll take
Let me get,
You've been to the property? Okay, good.
yeah. Okay.
That's heavy. Previous decision form.
And. Memo.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, and you are Mr. Smith?
Yes,
You raise your right hand, you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
yes, I do.
Thank you.
Okay, so hopefully this is gonna be a pretty straightforward, presentation. So the last time we were here was February 21st, 2024. And at that hearing, we, had a continuation to today. Keep going, keep going. There you go, there we go. To today for, continued progress on completion of remedying the violation. And, that was, we have a contingent fine that was issued of $50,000 on December 13th. That's contingent, not assessed. Keep going. So, keep going, keep going. There we go. So we have here, this for proper notice, let's do some, housekeeping because we had to for today's hearings. There's the notice, certified mail receipt. And also Constable Bondi's service to 7 Napo.
Any objection to notice?
No,
Notice is found.
So it's another easy presentation. I have been in contact constantly with, the property owner, Mr. Smith. He has actually been very diligent with, getting everything squared away, trying to get everything squared away. There was a hope that we may have had the certificates for occupancy by today. There was some snags with, I believe it was the deck and some plumbing, along the way, which we can clarify if need be. And so required a little bit more back and forth with the building department. From my understanding, the work is very close to being complete, if not fully completed, and it's just a matter of getting the building department out for their final inspections and then subsequently getting me out for our final inspection. And just for everybody at home and for Attorney Oberst, the violations here are, there was a illegal apartment in the basement, which had to be removed. And also a accessory apartment on the second floor, which is allowed, but did not have permitting for it. So under one permit, we did the removal of the basement unit and also, lack of better terms, of legalization of the upstairs apartment. So this now will become a single family residence with a accessory dwelling unit, AKA in-law apartment on the second floor. So if you need any details on the actual inspection progress, I'll leave that to the other side.
if I could just, Mr. Smith, you hired Rudy De La Cruz to do the work on the deck and the plumbing, is that correct?
Yep.
And can you describe what work he's done since we were here last time?
We renovated the whole stairs instead of doing
Okay,
part of it. We just started from the beginning, and that's part of the delay there. And now it's all complete. So now it's just a matter of the permit, which I have right here, and we'll make arrangements.
I'm not familiar with it, am I?
This project,
Yeah,
it should have been 3 years.
yeah, it looks like, I don't remember.
Here, I can give you
A
the,
picture or something.
I do have some pictures from an inspection that was done by our previous compliance officer, Josh. I think you remember Josh.
Yeah.
Got some pictures here, I think. Yeah, here we go. So that's the basement, that's what these photos were taken back in 2022, so a lot has changed since.
Yeah. What got us here?
It was basically that basement unit, and then upon further research,
I
we
remember, yeah.
discovered the upstairs unit was not permitted either.
Yeah, I remember now, okay.
And I also confirmed that the basement unit at this moment is no longer occupied. So the basement area, so there's not been any occupancy or rent gathered down there in that since we've started this process.
Okay. So the violation is not, we still have people to get rid of though, right?
No.
So we've got nobody in there?
Nobody in there.
It's just finishing up the work.
Oh, so that's not such a big deal. We don't have anyone in danger.
At the moment, no.
All right,
No, we don't.
so what are you looking for?
In regards to,
how much time do you think you need to get everything? approved?
it comes down to, I don't think he was here today, I think, Peter Kelly.
Yeah,
I have talked to him, and set the time to come over. So it's up to him.
I mean, it would be, if he can get, I think it'd be realistic, I think he can get probably Peter out there within the next week or so, depending on his schedule, and then I'll go out in short order afterwards, or send one of our compliance inspectors out. I think it would be very reasonable to say in 3 to 4 weeks, we should have this buttoned up. Unless something drastic happens that.
Sounds okay to you?
That's fine. The only problem is I'm gonna be away the last week of April, so maybe if we
When's
could do it.
when's the next hearing?
Next hearing for April is the 17th.
Oh, I think I'll be good for then. That's fine. You think you'll be done by then?
Yes,
Okay. Okay.
I mean, it's really up to them coming over, that's
Right, the only unknown factor would, the unknown quantity would be if the building department somehow finds something that they didn't
sure,
find before.
exactly.
Yeah, April 17th is fine. Is that okay for you?
That's fine,
Okay, good.
absolutely.
Oh, so at 3 p.m.?
Yes,
Okay, great.
Well,
well,
Well, whatever.
do our best.
I mean, I'll be full disclosure, looking at this at the moment, you'd be first on the list.
Oh, great.
So you'd be right at 3 o'clock.
And for the record, I did at 3 o'clock say I was gonna be late, so.
Yeah.
that's
If you're
fine.
late, you'll-
So, yeah, that's fine.
Plenty other
Okay.
people.
We have,
want the
we have a
first one.
list that would be more than willing to.
Okay.
jump first.
Violation continues, substantial progress underway. Contingent fine of $50,000 remains. Continued to next hearing, April 17. Or oral notice, this is your notice. Great. Any questions?
Thank you very much.
Good, thank you.
Got it.
All right,
Well, all right.
All
We'll be in
right.
touch.
absolutely, thank you.
Take care, Ian. It's good to meet you.
Well, you know, envelope for this one.
That one, yes, because that was an extra one I accidentally made prior. Yeah, so may get lucky on one or two of those.
That one. And this here's one.
And then I'll take that. Thank you. Oh, this 5 pages. Wow, this 5 pages. All right. That. This,
Okay.
so the next,
Nato said, have we killed all the lawyers?
we have, yeah, so we have, yes, we have, well. So 10 Harris Street is gonna be the next one I'm calling up. That's me. Because Wilmer's been very patient over there. We'll, get him up here. And take this, actually. Hey, Mario, good job. You can see you got it, good. Don't show too much ambition.
Sounds good. I haven't got better with it, but yeah.
Okay, 10 Harris.
10 Harris. Okay, so this is previous hearings. And then here's the notes.
Okay.
So basically, this is a very quick and brief one, just for a matter of housekeeping. So. Last hearing was on February 21st. The violation was cured. This was for unpermitted construction to convert a garage. The owner has since unconverted the garage and has got a certificate, is in zoning compliance. However, the property owner wished to be here because we do have an outstanding fine on the property, and he would like his chance to get that reduced or remedied.
Or raised,
Or raised, I mean, depends, I mean, you know.
Raise your hand. You're Wilmer Melendez.
Yes.
You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay.
And here's just the notice that we sent for today's hearing. He's here, but keeping this as the notice. Sort of certified mail and constable bondies.
Any objections notice?
Okay.
Okay. Anything to say, John?
The only thing I say is whenever it comes to doing the fines, we obviously want to get a little bit of our time and money back if possible. The only thing that was left out there was, I believe, $1,000. So I said we'd like to get something reimbursed. If you did the whole 1,000, that's great. If not, that's totally your call. I believe state statute allows us to have a rather large fine, but we're not seeking that.
$117,850.
As of the state says, we can fine it.
You're a heart attack, you're gonna die.
Okay, well, I don't, we have $1,000 fine pending that I kept in place, but I'm allowing you to appeal that. If you've got anything to say to me to reduce that.
Oh, yes, definitely. I know that I made a mistake probably because I didn't know what's the rules of the state. Yeah, basically because I'm not, and this is not an excuse, because the only I'm definitely not from this country, I'm born here. So, yeah, that's one of the main reasons, and the other reason is because I'm a household, I'm the only one who works, but my grandmother lived with me, of course, and yeah, and I got 3 kids too, so that's what I'm trying to beginning of do. So
What happened to all these notices that you didn't come here for?
I think we send a notice whether it's here or not.
No,
Gotta see.
we spent municipal services and certified mail. All right, so I'm gonna cut your fine in half, $500. I can afford to sit through what you sent through today. Okay, so where's my thing?
500 out of 117,000 for the, I think that's a fair deal.
yeah, okay. That's
So,
it.
The violation.
violation,
Yeah.
sure. Contingent fine of $1,000 reduced to $500. Case dismissed.
By the way, assess fine $500.
Reduced to, to assessed.
So it's technically not closed yet because we have to collect the fine, but you could, yeah, I'd say, matter, what we used to say for these things, matter removed from process.
Process, okay, so that'll close when you pay the fine.
Right. And we'll send you a letter in there
Can we
with
check nobody's
instructions.
here complaining?
Just make sure, yeah, make sure nobody's here on
Usually
that.
do that before we.
We gotta really do better at that, yeah. So stop share, yeah. And just ask to unmute. Anybody there is a attendee for 10 Harris Street? Going once, going twice, so,
Okay, Mr. Mendez, you're all set?
yeah, so we'll be sending you a letter with instructions how to pay, which is basically, once you get that letter, show up to our office, a credit card. That's basically it. That's
All right,
basically it.
so thank you so much.
No problem.
I appreciate
Take care.
it.
Yeah, we'll see you one more time to,
Yeah, definitely. I
yeah.
will.
you got it.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate your help.
All right, take care, thank you.
Yeah, I'm going. Thank you.
Okay, so that's the last one, yeah, so there's that in here.
Jeez,
We're getting better, we're doing okay.
get rid of the lawyer.
I mean, that's, yeah, I'll do it, yeah, that, very fair. Let's see. That is, oh, which one, that's that. Okay, so the next one would be 23 Lincoln.
Yes.
All right. Hey, so you got another one. You're gonna get lucky sooner or later. Here is the last one. And here is the notes from the last hearing. Yeah. Yeah. Out there, oh, good job.
From October, and I got all this stuff going on.
Yeah, I can dive into that. I'd like to put that on the record, though. We do have the property owner here, and we have, I think,
Consultant,
consultant, Marie, right?
yeah, Marie.
That's it, okay, yep.
Yes.
Okay, would you raise your right hand, state your name? State your name.
No,
See?
I translate for him.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
No.
Yeah.
Yes, selon Dieu, Dieu vit.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Est-ce qu'on dit vérité, la vérité et rien que
Yes.
la vérité?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, you're gonna testify, raise your hand.
Yes, sir.
State your name,
Marie Henry.
and you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Okay, turn.
Okay, so we'll start with the last time we were here, which was on October 11th, 2023. And scroll on down, scroll on down. There we go. Perfect. So, the matter was continued to the November 29th hearing. A contingent fine was placed for progress, as we always do. And I'll keep going there. So the reason, that got skipped was because we had cancellation. The deputy zoning inspector was, under the weather. So we canceled those hearings for the 28th. Because we did not set a specific date to continue this to, any meeting they were gonna land on needed notice. So, I think that's up top there a little bit. I think I may have actually put it out of order. Yeah, I did. So there's, the notice, we have the certified mail receipt copy, and then Constable Bondi's service. And that was done last week, he left at the abode.
Is there any objection to service?
No, sir.
The service is found.
Very good. Okay, so, so this was a matter of, we had occupancy in the basement, which was not permitted, and in our regulations, it did rise to an additional apartment because it was separate from the upstairs. And we also had within the two legal units that were on the premises, there were some locked doors within, creating a rooming house condition. So those were the two issues. So that was the issues at the time. Be very honest on the record that this one, we had a couple of lengthy meetings, so we are trying to get this onto a hearing as soon as possible. It landed to today. But that did have a little, we had a little interaction with the Norwalk Fire Department since our last hearing. And that is beautiful, that's on the screen. So basically, this is the fire department's inspection report from March 7th. Saying that the basement was still occupied and it still had rented space or separate space. And we have some pictures of that as well. That's with the report. There we go. I just got some pictures so we can.
Increase low.
Oh, there we go. Okay. So the first photo is, it goes sideways. I do apologize. That is the fire marshal's order to vacate the basement. It's on the third page. There you go. So that was posted. And then the next photos were of the two bedrooms that were in the basement.
You seen this notice?
He has it sent 3 days ago. He sent me a picture of the fire marshal card. And I've called and he called me back. We spoke and he told me the basement seems like 2-bedroom because there is no egress.
Right.
For that basement, no one's supposed to occupy it. Then I forward and give him a call to explain to him in Creole that the basement can perhaps only use as storage because there is no proper fire escape. Shouldn't be any occupant in the basement. I relayed that to him 2 days ago.
Right, and just for the record, the photos on the screen there they're sideways again, god darn it.
You've seen these photos?
Yeah, I have not, I'm seeing them now, but I've been in the basement prior when we were having a large inspection as far as the window size, they were not in compliance
Right,
with the fire marshal egress.
right.
Are those accurate, those photos?
Est-ce que c'est vérité ça, ouais?
Oui, c'est vrai.
Okay, so those are
Right.
photos.
Yes.
Yeah, just so you're, or so like the egret, that window there is not.
It's too small.
That's way too.
Yes.
Okay.
So, given, and also I want to just put on the record, from the health department, a small email chain, because they also inspected with the fire marshal. And basically saying that, that they had to, same thing, the basement, could not be occupied. And that, the rooming house situation upstairs had to be, alleviated. If you're interested, that's the, email chain, but it's a lot of the same thing. And the last email that's on the chain is that the health department, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Yeah, the 14th, that's it, that one right there. So the health department went back out on the 14th there and said that the locks had been changed, the bedrooms were cleared out, except for one dresser. And just a reminder that the cannot have anything downstairs. So as Marie stated, it can only be storage. Because there's just not, there's no egress.
Okay,
And so what is needed, we did have a application, I think I put it on the end of the presentation. I hope I did. I really hope I did. There we go. Okay, so we did have an application back in May to perhaps try and remedy, and we had plans. There were some things missing from the plans that we needed. And we have not gotten that amendment yet. But now we're given the health department directives and the fire marshal's directives. We do have plans that were labeled as, that are labeled as storage. The only issue is
he in compliance right now?
not totally, because he needs to get the permit.
For what? It's basement storage.
Well, no, we have on the plans that I have here are bedrooms,
Understand,
so we have to get
but
plans.
he's got no one in the bed. It doesn't sound to me like there's a violation of current. Am I missing something?
Well, we could, I was good, all right, no, the only way we have it, let me frame it this way, the only way we can have confirmed storage for a confirmed basement layout is to issue a permit. For it. Now, just because somebody's not there, if they're not there, that doesn't mean that they are going to come back.
Understand, but that would be a different violation. Right now, he's not in violation, is he? If he wants to do anything and put in bedrooms, he can apply. I'm giving you a hard time, but I don't wanna come after somebody who's got I got a $10,000 fine assessed. What do I have here? Any fines?
There's contingent $10,000.
$10,000 fine, but he's cleared it all out.
I am gonna make the case that until we get a permit that we can get in writing that these are going to be storage, not finished storage, and we can get that on paper into it with the permit, and we do inspections to verify that with a certificate at the end of it.
Okay,
Make the case that this is still under violation just simply because it becomes
that's fair.
our word versus the owner's.
How much time do we need?
I can easily say it within 2 weeks' time because it's just vacating whatever furniture that's pre-existing. And like you mentioned, we don't have to do major thing. It's empty, so storage.
Okay, so let's continue it to the next hearing.
17th of April.
Where's my notes?
Here you go. That's all, it's on the bedrooms.
Okay, I'll change it. I'll send you an update.
Perfect, yeah, if you wanna keep that, you can,
It's okay.
sure,
Yeah,
okay, that's fine,
it's on my computer.
got it, yep,
I remove it from the basement floor.
perfect.
Pending, a violation apparently cured pending inspection. Is that summing up?
Well, permit.
What type of permit should I apply for in the
Interior,
case?
it's just gonna be interior renovation, even though you're not actually.
It'll
It's
be
the interior.
building?
Building and us, correct, and fire.
Okay,
Interior renovation,
It's the same plan for all.
okay.
zoning, building, and fire, okay? Continued to
That would be the April 17th.
4/17.
Pour le moment, écoutez, ça m'avait
Where's my fire one?
parce que bon, un continue là.
I think it's buried over there. Oh, prior. Right there.
Commissioner, you can have this back.
I'll have that back. May I? Thank you. Thank you.
All right. So here's where we are with the fine. The contingent fine was for progress, there was progress. So I'm gonna say I'm gonna drop that fine. So we have no fine at this time.
Thank you.
Okay, let's get this over with. And, this. All together. Fine could have been $46,000.
Thank you so much.
However, we don't need that fine. You did what you had to do, so I'm gonna drop that. And,
You checked? Yeah, just.
this is oral notice.
So we're not gonna send you another constable,
You know,
Letter
you
that
have to
says-
be here.
but you have to be here on the 17th though.
Yes, I don't, but I have to call to schedule inspection, correct?
Right, so so basically, we're just coming back here, hopefully everything's done,
Sure.
and we're just telling counselor that
No
that's all
problem at
done.
all.
That's it.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, you guys are all set, yeah. you guys are all
Thanks
set.
so much.
You got it, yep,
Well,
thank you.
Thank you.
Merci. Thank you.
Okay.
See you. Still have a lot to do.
Take care. Yep, hopefully now we'll get through.
We didn't ask again if I was here.
I had asked on mute and no one.
No,
raised their hand, yeah.
yeah.
Good, thank you. Somebody's watching out.
Yes.
Somebody's looking, yeah, exactly, somebody's looking out here. 14, 14, 15. This is the last hearing. Here, doo-doo-doo-doo. That. was Good. So now. I don't think we have anybody live or anything. You wanna ask who's that is, who they're here for? Hi, attendee, are you here for, go on. You got annoyed me asking.
Yes.
You got annoyed me asking. That doesn't happen too often. Okay. That, and so now this hopefully, we should move a little quicker here. So out of respect to, Light Inspector Brewski, he's here for 3 items that we have together. And he's just here just to see what we do, what action we take, and if there is anything he can offer as testimony to, help these 2 along, he is willing to do so.
Okay.
So the first one will be 2 Cossett Street. And,
Gossip Road.
Road, yeah. And I apologize for the large file.
Oh, gee. Small interruption. Tammy asked me to inform her when we started this, so I just texted her.
Yeah,
Okay, so-
that's fine, yeah, we started at 3:00.
Okay,
Well,
well, like the Cossett.
Oh, Cossett, yeah,
So I just
sorry,
texted her.
yeah.
I have 2 Gossip Roads, 4 and
There's 2.
5.
Yep, there's 2. 2 different files, 2 different matters, 2 different issues. Okay. So I'll give, the first one we'll do is the let's do the auto repair. So that's the previous we were here. I could ask the hearing officer, seeing as the exhibits for both matters are identical, as in the exhibits I want to present for, evidence are identical, rather than repeating the same presentation twice, if I could present for both matters, the exhibits.
Okay, so let's do that. Let's do the presentation on both first and then we'll address one at a time.
Perfect. So let me do, so for, we did have to send separate notice for each one, so that's the only thing I will do separately here is, so for the auto repair, well, last time we were here was in December, so I keep going. There we go. Oh, that's not the auto repair one.
The next,
Uh, is it up there? It is not there. That's odd. Did not cross over. Okay. Well, we're gonna do the same present.
So far?
No, you should not be impressed. You should not be, not at all. So what we'll do is I will still present this. This is the citation for the auto repair, which I sent on December 28th. So if anybody wants to see this, this is at our office, planning and zoning room 129, Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 4. So this is, now the reason I had to send a citation for this one is because at the last hearings that we had, the hearing officer assessed a $17,100 fine. And when matters are assessed a fine, we have to send a new citation. So we sent the new citation based upon inspections that were done on December 28th to verify that the violation was still ongoing.
Okay,
So, we'll scroll past the decision form there. And so now, hang on, oh, back up one more. So this was the, like I said, there's two things we have to separate, and this is it. This is the notice for the other matter, which we did not assess a fine on December 13th.
fine, let me get this on the record.
Okay, good.
Okay, so I'm going to find notice for this case. Okay, there's notice.
And that's the auto repair.
Yes,
This is the notice for the,
no one's here on this case.
oh, no, there's nobody now. For recreational vehicle, and boat.
Okay, so I found notice for that. Now we have notice.
Right, and,
Now it's notice.
yeah, that's it, okay. So now we'll do the presentation, and this will, they mirror each other, so we'll go with that, so, scroll down, we did that, that's notice, that's the other decision. form.
Okay, so for the record, we're gonna look at evidence that is going to apply to both of these matters equally.
Right,
So I don't have to repeat.
very good idea. So you can't rotate those, Ian, by any
we
chance?
pay, it's already free trial for whatever plus.
How? We rotate I've done that all the time here.
Yeah.
I've done it every.
Is it because it's on the laptop?
I
not
mean,
on
it could
the-
be, well, I'll add it to the list for today. So I do have pictures, I have the photos, so I can at least give them to you here. I apologize to anybody at home who's viewing this and they have to move their head to the side. I apologize. They have to lay down to get that. So I have here 5 photos. First photo, number 1, and you can see it on there. This is a long shot looking down, Chatham. This is a quarter property, so that's looking down Chatham Street into the rear of the property. These 5 photos were taken on December 28th. And you can see the RV clear as day, in the backyard there. A little closer up upon inspection. The photo number 2, there's a clear hole in the fence, so grabbed a quick photo. Several junk vehicles, parts, there's tires in there.
So what property is this, where you're standing?
I'm standing on the sidewalk.
Okay, this is their property, this is their property.
This is their property behind the fence.
Okay,
And
here
then
you-
that's the fence that runs along the side
oh,
here.
Okay,
So I'm looking into the rear yard.
okay,
And you get a little bit on the photo 3, you get a little bit better view of the hole I was looking through there.
okay.
Yeah, as you see, there's the RV.
There goes. There you go.
There you go, okay. Well, we're good. And then there's various
Oh, is this
parts.
on their property too, this?
Yes, at least some of it is, because the fence is not directly on the property line.
Okay.
So it's some of it's on, some of it's off. To be full disclosure, this next picture, number 4. The property line's somewhere there. But that's what's immediately in front of the fence, and the property does go inward like this, so I'm confident that like where the propane tank is and the trailer is on their property. Last photo, number 5, from December 28th. That's the front of the house. There is a giant excavator there. However, I since found out that the excavator was, part of a demolition crew that attempted to start their job. And it was parked there. We'll get into why that didn't happen shortly. And then also there were some motorcycles and various car parts. Those are clearly on the property.
Okay,
So I'd like to submit that as exhibit for both the auto repair facility and the recreational vehicle and recreational vehicle storage.
okay, so this is exhibit whatever.
I guess A for both of them, I guess.
Exhibit A for both.
Yeah, use the.
I took these photos in the ordinary course of business. It's in the ordinary course of business for you to take these photos. They were taken out near the time of the event, and they are in your custody and control since you did it.
Yes. Thank you. So for that there, for organizational purposes.
Okay, and full exhibits.
And so now we have another set of photos here. These were taken by our office. These were done by our compliance assistant, Lee DeMarco. And I would say we can go through them all up here, but you're gonna see they're all the same thing as the photos that were taken on, the 28th.
I don't have Lee DeMarco, I don't know.
Very true. Not here, so we don't have to do that.
We'll have to live with the other ones.
We'll live with the other ones there, not a problem. We can do that. So if you don't mind going to the March 6th photos, please. There's somewhere. Next one. Next one. That one. Yeah, there we go. So these are photos which I took.
Oh, good.
Me. So, first photo there, now this is better, this was on March 6th. Since, the 28th and even to today, the property has gotten substantially better. The unfortunate reason for this is the individual that was occupying the property, running the illegal auto repair, running and just putting all this stuff on the property and living in the RV, and the individual who subsequently, found out caused the fire at the house. He was the soon-to-be son-in-law of the owner. He unfortunately in February passed away in a motorcycle accident. So that is not good. Obviously, it's sad, but from an enforcement perspective, he was the one that was impeding the demolition and cleanup of the property. That he was, every time the demolition crew showed up, as you saw in the December 28th photos, there was an excavator there. He repeatedly chased them off the property. And as a cherry on top, on the RV, if you look at some of the photos of the RV, there's actually lights on top of the RV. And he was using that as to scoff at the neighbors, to say, I'm doing this. And it was the noise and the lights from the repairs what started all this. So as I went out there on the 6th, this was obviously after the occupant of the property passed. And there was some cleanup that was done since then, as you can tell, the backyard has some vehicles removed. Oh, there's a cherry on all this I got from the police department. They ran a few VIN numbers when they got the chance, and two of the cars that were there were stolen.
Okay.
So they
they-
removed those immediately. And the, yeah, the
Would they like
demolition,
to see anything else?
yeah, I was just gonna take more. So things were, yeah, you can see in this photo right here, I think it's the third photo. On top of the RV, there's a very large spotlight on there,
Oh, yeah.
right there. So, and so some stuff, in fact, when I was there, I was actually there with Flight Officer Brewski, that we were talking to the guys that were cleaning up, they had already cleared out several trailers of junk and trash. And they were doing so even now. And I believe, Steve, if I may,
The boat is gone.
there we go. There was a boat that was in the back that was gone. Couldn't even see it in the photos. And the RV is the story.
Still there, the plan is, can't get anybody to take it. So his plan is to crush it and disassemble it with a backhoe
Just,
and just make it into the smallest possible thing you can make it into and finish
And remove it.
junkyard.
so,
Who's the owner now?
well, the owner is still, Sharon Moss. So as another, nugget to this, I got a call from the, State of Connecticut DMV Sheriff's Office. And he was actually able to locate the owner, which is the mother, well, would be the mother-in-law of the individual who passed. So she was actually, yes,
Who was this guy who passed?
he was okay, follow me now. He was the fiance of the owner's daughter,
Sharon's daughter.
Sharon's
Simon
daughter.
Sharon has a daughter, fianced to this guy,
Right,
so he had no legal rights.
no,
Okay.
no, but he, was very, he was a little violent towards some of the, people trying to get there, trying to help
That's
out.
all right.
So, the owner is aware of what's going on, and has basically given the, demolition and remediation company, full right to do everything that they need to clear the property. And also, Monday, we actually got a application into our office to renovate that, rehab the house.
Okay, good.
So,
No one's living there now.
nobody's there. It is
What
completely
happened to the
vacant.
daughter? Where was she living?
Be honest, as it sounds, for a brief time, she was in the RV with the fiance. Where she is now, that is an excellent question. Even the state really doesn't know where she is.
Well, I don't really care as long as she's not on the property.
Correct, and I kind of don't think she would stop. I hope not. So where we're at now for this is, technically speaking, letter of the law zoning, the RV is still there. That's still a violation. And there are still drums of fluid and tires. But the smaller stuffs, as in like some of the car parts here, have been removed by the demolition company. The activity of the auto repair has ceased since, well, let's face it, the day after he passed.
Yeah.
So what I'm looking for here is for the auto repair operation violation, to which we have already, issued a $17,000 fine on. And a lien is being placed on the property for that, because at the time we had no idea this was gonna happen. But that violation we could consider cured, because it has not. Since we sent the citation to today, it has ceased. And does not appear it's gonna pick up anytime soon, ever. So that I am looking for us to close that matter.
Okay,
And we'll keep, obviously, we can't go back on the 17,000 that was issued, but. Cause it's already been upheld by the courts.
right, so that's their problem.
That is their problem, correct?
All right, let's just, for the record, get these into evidence.
Okay.
You have, you took these, the
Correct.
ordinary course of business, it's the ordinary course of business to do that. At or near the time of the events, and they've been under your custody control.
Yes, I have.
So these are full exhibits in case we ever need them.
So, yeah, so if I
So
may,
now for that case, yeah, go ahead.
I'll say I'll present the decision form for that matter, which is on the decision form, the use of an auto repair on the property.
Okay. So it's cured, basically.
It is, yes.
Do you need to keep it open to monitor it?
Well, I was glad you asked. So my thought for this was, and again, technically speaking, the RV violation is still there. So I will be watching the property until that has been removed.
Except
So,
over here.
right, so that's what I'm saying is that this half of the matter,
So since you're looking at it, we can just
close that totally.
violation, cured, case closed.
Sure. Case closed, case dismissed, sure. For the auto repair, we'll make sure that's clear. Yep. One and two. I was making sure my stuff in order here, get my life in order. Whoop. Whoop. Okay, so now. So that one, so the one that says
This is
citation
that-
December
that's-
28th, that's what, yep. Oh,
Now,
no, that, switch it up. Oh, is that it? Nope, okay, we're good, never mind, false alarm. So now we are on to this one.
okay,
So that is the one for the recreational vehicle. And it was the boat and trailer, but the boat, as the testimony of the blight officer, has been removed, and I believe a gentleman of his statute to tell the truth, so therefore. To tell the truth, so I will say that I will submit that the boat is removed. However, the RV is still in the, so that's what I will monitor.
road removed, RV remains.
Correct.
That's all they gotta do is get rid of the RV?
Get rid of the RV, they are in compliance with zoning.
Okay. So how are we gonna get rid of the RV? They're not talking to anybody. So how do they know they have to do that?
Well, the demolition guy is going to do, he's gonna literally demolish it
Okay,
and then remove whatever pieces are left.
who's responsible for paying the demolition?
The owner,
So the owner is taking care of this, is what you're
yes,
saying? Okay,
yeah, they could total cleanup of the property is,
okay,
Yeah.
so, all right, good. It doesn't sound too difficult. Did I sign this in the right place? I think I signed that in the wrong place.
oh, yeah, contested, yeah, it's not contested.
Okay, just to sign there. Okay, so this is uncontested. Uh, What we have here is violation continues. Boat removed. But RV remains. Contingent on $10,000 remains. Continued, how long we need to get that?
I think it would be appropriate to at least come back in April, as much as I don't want to, because we have a full agenda, but I think we can come back. If it's removed, then we can just take the contingent fine and dismiss it. We don't need technically we don't need anybody here.
Continue to April
17th.
17th. We chose.
Thank you. Oh, thank you.
Not bad, too.
I'm just gonna
I've been going a lot, but see. Still got 6 to go.
well, I think they are gonna get a little easier. I know I said that before, but I think they're gonna get easier here. And next
Usually
one,
done by 4:30.
yeah. I'm just gonna put this all together. I will sort it tomorrow. This one's a zoo. So. For tomorrow, so I got these two that are separate. I'll figure it out. I'll take this. Here. There we go, paperweight. All right, so next one, so we can get Mr. Brewski on his way here. It's actually 6 Windcrest, that is towards the end there. All right, I fill those out for you, don't worry, don't worry about that.
All right, so this is only the second time, huh?
Yeah,
Okay.
but here's the notes. Keep going. Let's see what I wrote. Okay.
So they never responded, huh?
Nothing.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, so last hearing, we were, for this matter was on January 24th. Come on, Ian. Come on, buddy.
It freezes.
No, other way. Yeah, there you go. You're good. January 24th. And at that time, violation was found. This is for unregistered vehicles and a dumpster, in the driveway. Must have substantial progress to resolve by 3/20. That was our mandate, and I believe we didn't issue a contingent fine just because it was very small.
No fine, okay.
Yep.
And no action.
Right.
Usually means we need a fine.
Well, we'll see. I got some photos to help along that decision perhaps. And I did not realize this. I forgot to label them, but I will, any questions that the hearing officer has for me to verify that I did this, I'm responsible for these photos, I will be more than happy to oblige.
When did you take them?
These were taken on March 15th.
You took them.
I took these photos,
Pass the voice.
that it is, and also I have a witness to me taking these photos in the blight officer, Steve Brewski.
It's with the Ruski.
He was one.
Okay, so these were taken in the ordinary course of business, it's the ordinary course of business. To take them, they've been in your custody control, and then we take it out of here at the time of the event.
That is very true.
So these are full exhibits, let's see what they tell us.
And I will also, for the record, I will also put better labels on these tomorrow when I do everything else. So, first photo there
No,
is,
no, don't put labels, I'll just put stickies, because this is how they're admitted.
oh, no, it's sticky, yeah, that's what I mean, the little sticky notes that I
Yeah,
have
that's
on,
okay.
yeah, that's what I mean, yeah. So, first picture is, unregistered red truck, beat up truck in the front. And we have a, large dumpster in the middle there behind the truck. Keep on going there, next one. So it's a little bit of a close-up, a little bit better of an angle. These are taken from the top of the driveway. And you see a red car and a silver vehicle, no plates. Looks like they've been there a while with a
I didn't know there's
discoloration.
no plates in the record.
On the silver one, the back plate, there's no plate on the back there.
I'm
There's
asking
no,
about the red car, I didn't know there's no plate there.
that. Unless my eyes be seeing, that black area is, I believe, the where the plate should be.
All right, I'll accept that going.
Boy, I'll submit, they can only have one, and they have a minimum two, if not three. All right. So, picture three there. There we go. That's it, yeah. So a little closer up with the truck there. It's running a little slow today there. Yeah, a little closer with the truck and the dumpster. Show that it's there on the property,
Right.
just zooming in. And then, even more zooming, I wanted to show that the, tire there is flattening out and, you know, kind of going into it's not going into the concrete, but because it's being flattened so much, it does appear so. So that's how long that has been there.
Okay,
And then this, I zoomed in as close as I could from an angle, just to show that the back door of the dumpster is open. And so is the garage, to be honest with you. So there is activity there. So you have this here. So you can see the garage door is open.
Yep.
And the back door to the dumpster is open. So there's something going on. But nothing to make progress in the violation.
okay.
And we did have Constable Bondi serve the property owner.
Okay. So now we have.
Maybe before we
Yeah.
fully continue,
Yeah, go ahead.
Mr. Brewski, has the owner of this property contacted you at all? And he has had this file for blight way longer than I have.
You've attempted to contact the owner?
Yeah, our fine is at 100,000,
Wow,
and we're planning on foreclosing in September.
okay,
We're working with the water department upstairs.
okay, so we're just
Well, yeah, we got complaints from the neighbors, so that's why otherwise I would just say they've got it, but I do wanna make it, known that we're taking this seriously, and we're taking.
well, they've already got the fine, there's nothing that's gonna save them now. Right?
Yeah, just be adding on to, what's it?
Living was the house.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
At $100,000, you probably don't have $100,000 equity in this property, do you?
No.
It's been to auction 3 times and they've stayed all 3 times. They fought it off.
They fought it. How'd they succeed in that?
Apparently they filed bankruptcy and then right at the last minute, but the problem is, I was talking to the bank, I don't know if he's attorney for the bank, but he said that they filed once again within a year bankruptcy, and apparently you're not allowed to do that. So they're gonna move forward to auction the house off again. So either way, everybody's gonna get their money, whether we do it or the bank does it.
If there's enough equity, the bank probably won't get paid for it.
No, the bank won't get paid in full.
So what's the purpose of us not just keeping it open in case something goes wrong there?
Well, that's what we would be weighing, is that if we could keep it open and keep it going and, just come back once every 2-3 months or something like that, or we can assess a fine. And then I could send a citation if it's prudent going forward. The only way we can assess another citation to kind of stop the clock is to assess something today.
Yeah, if we assess a fine today, is there any chance it's ever gonna get paid?
I guess it would be depending how much the property,
If the lien is on the property, it will get paid, at the auction.
because it's
The
considered.
minimum payment would be whatever is owed to the city.
And that's something I'll be honest, we are actually supposed to be meeting on that in the near future, because blight liens, to my understanding, they can go if need be to a tax sale. So therefore they are considered a bill in debt to the city.
Okay.
I am not 1,000% sure ours are.
Well,
I would rather have it there and then somebody tell me it can't be, rather than not have it there and somebody say, oh, hey, it can be.
Okay, yeah, okay, I understand. So what's the maximum fine we can,
I believe it is 10,800. That's on that other page there. Hold
I don't know if we're gonna close it out, we might as well make it the maximum fine.
on. Hope we get it, should get it, cause that,
Fine of $10,800 assessed.
it would need new citation for future
The
process
new citation, so we're done with this at the moment.
at the moment, right? If there's a need for whatever reason it may be to send another citation, I can do that and bring it back.
Okay. All right,
Steve, thank you.
Thank you.
Unless you wanna hang out for the last few. Okay, it's totally up to you.
You know, if I had an interest.
I mean, I could give you a copy of the agenda if you really want to.
We can use it in our recommendation.
I'm trying to go as fast as I can just for that. Next one I can do is 16 Sycamore, or I can do Bargain if you want me to. I will do Bargain. Okay, yeah, interest in that one, everybody? I know you've been up to that one before. If you want to stick around, that's gonna be the next one. Oh, nice, there you go. They were out, he's getting overtime. He's getting
yeah,
I'm getting overtime.
overtime too. Everybody gets overtime, except Gary.
Do you want a second water bottle?
And we can get, yeah, there you go. Okay, 14 bar June is gonna be the next one.
15 boards. I'm monitoring if anybody wants to talk to us.
Yeah, there's no new joiners that I.
Yeah, it's
We're
just,
counting on you now.
yeah, now we're
We
gonna,
have proven we can't handle it.
no, yeah,
Just us.
14 bars. That's the previous decision form. And here's the notes.
You said they were here last time.
They work, yeah. I don't know what's the battery in this one.
Nice.
Yes,
Any pictures?
I can do that. I can give you that. You know, what, I'll start throwing them in the presentations.
Helps me a lot to
No,
remember these faces.
I just figure if I didn't have anything remotely useful, I didn't put it in. Let me see. There we go.
Is it helpful to bring it on Google Street View so you can see it there, or you just want to look
Which
at the
one
exhibits?
exhibit showed me some of them.
That's Edith Lane. There's the deck. They gravelled and
Okay.
filled all the way
I
to the
remember.
back illegal driveway.
I got it.
In here. That's it. There we go. And this is okay. So last time we were here was on January 10th. And at that hearing, the owner was here, was present,
Right.
and oral notice was given. The owner is not here today, as we can tell.
Zoning approval was issued. Okay.
So basically, just for a very quick recap of those at home, 14 Bar June has a couple of issues, primarily an illegal driveway and filling their backyard substantially. The driveway and fill are zoning issues, and also the fill is a substantial public works issue. He has been working for several months with our senior engineer in public works to get through the fill and excavation. And how that brings around to us is, we cannot issue an approval for, either the driveway, which we couldn't anyway because it was illegal, or he also, expanded and renovated his deck. That we can issue an approval for, but we could not issue it until public works, fill and excavation issues were satisfied. DPW he is still not complete with his work, but the senior engineer is satisfied with the progress. And that what is there is, meets their standards, you just gotta do some buttoning up to get it finalized. So, based on that, we issued a zoning approval on, what was it there on the bottom, the 19th of January.
Okay, I remember all this, yep.
So now, they do have to still finish out the fill and excavation permit, because we cannot, now it goes to the next step, we can't issue a certificate until Public Works issues their certificate. And to my knowledge, the owner has not gone to the building department for the work to the deck. Any rehab to a deck has to go to the building department for a permit.
So they issued an approval,
We issued an approval here in zoning.
but they didn't do anything about it.
He's, to my knowledge, when I wrote this note as of the 18th, he has not gone to the building department, but he would only have to go to the building department for the deck. And
So we're gonna light a fire on them, is that what you're saying?
I think we should light a fire. I don't think we need to throw gasoline on them, but I think, it may not be a bad idea to, you know, give them a little push to make sure everything gets completed.
So actually, there is progress.
There's definitely progress. He has been working with Public Works, which was a big hurdle to get to our permit, so he is making progress in that regard.
Oh, action. Since June. Since January 19th. Permit, okay. Contingent line raised to, let's see what I have. Oh, got a lot of room here.
Oh, yeah.
Why is it so high? Is that long?
It started in, I wanna say 2022.
Oh, raise it to 7,500. Continued to when?
Yeah, that's a good question. Without the owner here to say where he is, I think 60 days is fair, because if he does become active and actually go through the process, at least with zoning and building, he could either be done or very close, because he still has to remove the illegal driveway. That's still a zoning issue. It's covered under the approval.
Okay, well, look again in 60 days.
I think that's very fair. Hopefully that little contingent fine will get some action.
Okay, what do we,
60 days, that would be the closest to 60 days would be the May 15th hearing. It's a little shy of 60 days, but the closest we got.
May 15, 2024 hearing. Need notice. All right.
That is bargaining. Yeah,
That's,
Steve, I don't think there's anything else that we're gonna be all that interested in. I don't.
What else you got?
I got, 148 West Norwalk, 13 Harriet Street, and 16 Sycamore.
None of those interest me.
Sir, you are free to go if you want to.
Thanks for having me.
Sure.
thank you for
anytime.
coming, that was helpful.
Oh, you had a fun time.
Yeah, hope you had some fun there, Steve. Little something out of your daily routine.
Plus I got a little overtime.
There you go. Can't be that with a stick. Take that. Thank you. This.
You got one more overtime. Who else goes for fast 3 for you?
Good, I didn't,
Just kidding.
all right, so we gotta work on this. That's the thing. We gotta work on this.
All right, have a good night, everybody.
You too, Steve.
Take it easy.
Okay, so next one, I think which one might be the most complex that we can just get out of here. Probably 13 Harriet is probably the next one that would be appropriate to do.
Okay. It's your overtime, huh?
There you go, perfect, yes. Okay, here's the last hearing form. Nobody else in the peanut gallery?
Nope, just us.
All right.
Checking on the new regs.
Yep.
Okay.
So last time we were here was in February, actually just last month, the 21st. This one is one of, that's gonna be a couple, not a ton, but a couple that are gonna get caught in the middle of the reg change. We sent them notice prior to the reg change and they're trying to remedy, and then the reg change happened. So we're gonna get a few of these, not like not a ton though. We reviewed the regs as we told the owner we would, to see if there's anything that changes their status or what their process would be. So on the last hearing, we did, however, issue we still kept a $30,000 fine contingent in place to make sure that the owner does not forget about his issues that he has.
Mhm.
The issue being a 4-family and a 2-family. So I actually have been in contact recently with the owner, telling him that the new regs really didn't help him in any substantial way. So he has relented, and we have plans to revert the property to actually, yes, Ian, thank you for doing that. Notice, almost forgot, because he wasn't here at the last hearing, so, or was he? I don't know. But we have the notice, the certified mail and constable bonding service.
Accepted, so it's all right, so notice is found.
And I talked to Carl, the owner and the managing member of the LLC. And he's fully aware and he's appreciative that we gave him one more shot with the new regs, but told him there was nothing. So has submitted plans. I gave a brief overview. They look good. It looks like something we can approve. Just gotta go over with a fine tooth comb. But he is going to fall under the new regulations, very simply because he did not complete the application before the reg change. But again, as I said, it's not gonna make much difference to him.
Okay. So just wanna continue this.
Yeah, the only question we would wanna raise is, do we want to just continue to see if he gets building permits? Or do we wanna continue this far enough out to see, if he can get it all done? We could say, all right, in 60 days, come back and see if he's got his permits. But on the flip side of that, the work that needs to be done, 60 to 90 days, he could be done with the whole thing.
And we've got some big agendas ahead of us.
We do April 17th is full, May 15th. That's 60 days. That only has 4 items on it right now.
So what's your feeling? You wanna do that or you
We
wanna?
can-
do another one?
We can do that. Actually, I hate to say, June's actually just got just as many. So we might as well just do May and. Okay.
Violation continues. Continues. Zoning rules. Continues to May
15th.
15, 2024
Yeah.
hearing. No fines? right?
No, we have the contingent fine of 30 grand.
Oh, okay.
I would like to keep that in point, just keep that in place, just to keep the
Okay.
wheels moving.
Contingent fine of $30,000 continues. Need notice.
Yes, he is. I think he's fix this. He doesn't, that $30,000 number, I think is doing it, perfectly honest.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Mhm. Thank you. And, okay, that's there, so might as well do the next one, pretty, another straightforward one, 16 Sycamore. Or there. This one of those days, it's not gonna go right. All things considered, I think we lost an hour with that
Yeah.
issue, we're doing pretty good.
See it fine.
Now that I'm kind of doing that math in my head, I'm like, for all the items we have, we're actually doing pretty good. Okay. Previous form. All right, so last time we were here was on January 10th. And at that time, we moved it to today for progress with basement. So basically there's two violations here. Illegal driveway and permits that were pulled many years ago to revert from a 3-family to a 2-family, meaning removal of a basement unit. The process was going painfully slow under our previous officer, so I kickstarted that along with the driveway we got. So that's why we're here talking about interior and exterior. And at that time, on the 10th, we issued we remained in place a $2,500 contingent fine. So because the owner was not here at the last hearing, we have notice that had to be served. So we have the hearing notice, we have the certified mail copy, and we have Constable Bondi service to the owner of record.
Okay, we'll find notice.
Beautiful. So on there, you like pictures, but so I understand that. I should have put pictures in there. I do have the survey of the property. Now, why this is
Oh, I
important,
remember this.
I figured that would, because it is an absolute, and I'll show a picture of that for you, a sea of asphalt in the front.
Right.
That survey that I have up there, just to give you an idea, like I said, this has been a long time. This was the approval in 2016. You can see in the bottom right-hand corner, keep going, right there.
Yeah.
That was the approval to remove the basement unit, and my predecessor Vlad, at that time also wanted him to correct the driveway. Those markings are his. So the only problem is, even that configuration is not compliant with Public Works. So the driveway is gonna require a little massaging in that we gotta work with Public Works to get as much green in the front as we can. And with the recognition that the property was built prior to our parking regulations, they never supplied garages or parking behind the front setback. This configuration, even in that survey, and as you can see, it says house under construction. That's the initial survey for when the house was built. We would not permit parking like that today. So
It's a grandfathered in.
this, what Vlad shows, can be. This cannot. So There's no curb cut shown on the initial survey either, so we couldn't even estimate a curb cut. But the owner said he has a contractor who's willing to work with Public Works and us to try and get the most out of it we can. The
Okay.
bigger issue for me is making sure that the apartment in the basement is fully out. I do have pictures of that, those are not recent pictures, but
We've never seen these before.
oh, we did back in there was a date on those.
Okay, so this would be an exhibit.
Yeah, pretty, for many years ago, for many,
So it's once an exhibit. Okay.
oh yeah, all these photos with the dates. that we
So
have.
we have-
That's what we can review these, yep.
Okay, so that's fine.
That's
So
what it
where do
is.
we stand on the basement? We have people there or not?
We do not. So at that, there probably has not been people in there in at least a couple of years.
Okay.
The reason I showed the inside here, there's still wiring, there's still plumbing set up for that, so he has to still remove all that, and that's part of the process. He has gone back, his contractor's gone through building department. They have, I believe they have, their electrical has passed. And I believe their plumbing is passed. But there's other, but that is it. They have not gone anywhere else. So lack of better terms, the wheels have stopped going forward.
Okay, so they were moving and now they hit a red light or something.
Right.
Stop sign, okay.
Right, and I had corresponded, call to the building inspector handling the file. Says that since their last inspection, which I believe was back on June, I should, yeah, why do I say June? January, hang on, I'll put it in the record here. January 26th, there was an insulation inspection. That was the last activity that the building department has said they have had from the owner.
Well, that should make sense.
January.
Okay.
So is that progress from our last hearing? Yes, but I would say it is a baby step, minimal.
Okay.
Here is the.
Violation continues. Progress. Some progress, but minimal. Okay, like we said last time. Contingent fine. Should raise the contingent fine.
I think that would be appropriate. They have, here we go, here's the, oh, next page, sorry.
So we got a lot
We
of,
got some room. I think this is moving, lack of a better term, snail pace, so I would probably. I would be comfortable with the contingent being at least 10,000.
okay,
Contingent, we can always walk back on a little bit,
all
so.
right, contingent fine increased to $10,000. Continued to,
Well, here's what I'm thinking on this one. Because it's still, for the basement, even the driveway, because it's getting warmer out, they can start altering that. Maybe we kick this to June. I think we have to put in an understanding that if we're at the same place now, that he's gonna be in hot water. If this is not substantially, because that's a lot of time. That is
okay,
90
continue to
days.
June what?
Be June 19th.
Hearing for substantial
That's
progress. Need minutes. Yeah, that's fine. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. Computer isn't this big.
It was educational, to say the least.
That's a little entertaining as well, I hope.
Exactly. I'll see you
All right.
tomorrow.
Take
Nice
care,
meeting you.
take care, pleasure meeting you.
Okay.
Last one.
Then we had two more.
Two more?
Got one here.
Harrison.
Well, Harris, we've already done.
Oh, yeah.
So you can exit that out.
Gotcha.
And we just did
Okay,
Sycamore.
so one more. Awesome.
There we go.
One more.
One more, yes.
148.
148 was, and actually, it's somebody you know very well. Remember our friend Darvin? Little guy?
Oh, yeah.
Well, he's English ain't that great, but he's always cheerful for a guy that's always fine. Always fine. I don't know why.
I never go one 4 point.
Yeah, he was 4 point. He's got this is his home property. He can't help himself. So, yeah, like that's, let's just get this real quick. See, look at that, got an extra one again. That's, got lucky every now and again. Got two on that one. Okay, look. Okay. Oof. Yeah, my tank is running on empty myself, so
Yeah.
I'll run, normally I'm set, normally I'm a little Energizer bunny here, but, yeah, let's see. Previous decision form? All right.
Okay.
Okay, so last time we were here was on I believe, the 24th of January. The violation is replacement of two recreational vehicles not in compliance with setbacks. Remember I said there was gonna be a couple that straddled the new regulations?
Right.
Well, here's the second one. So back on that hearing, we can continued to today, must have progress, no fine, and oral notice given. Because normally Darvin's here when he's got a reason, I think. So, this next thing, pictures? Yeah, so we'll do the pictures quick. To submit for exhibit, 3 photos. Pretty obvious, two recreational vehicles, one's pretty close to the side property line.
Right.
The one at the front actually lacking a survey, that may be compliant. We don't have I suggested to Darvin at the last meeting, maybe if you can move it to the other side of the house, we'd be confident in this. So those pictures just, different angles of me, showing the RVs in relation to property lines and things like that. Now, no, those, if I may send those for exhibits. Cause it's not here.
I understand it. He took these in the ordinary course of business. It's the ordinary course of business to take them. They've been in your custody control, and they were taken out near the time of the event,
That is true. I did.
and they're
Yes.
a full exhibit.
All right. So I thought I was gonna have a very easy presentation on this, but however, yesterday, Darvin, actually, the property owner, emailed me. And, cause I sent him a brief reminder, cause I hadn't heard from him. And, so apparently he's under the weather. Spelling aside,
It's okay. So once April 20th.
sure he means 17th. And then the last I do want to submit, he did send me a response. So he is making a promise. I want to submit, he is promising to move them by our next hearing. Put that in writing and,
Okay, so we've got no fines. All right, so let's just continue it.
continue it. And, I think,
What is this habitation? Not being used for habitation.
the part of the initial complaint was that they were being used for people to live in. I have not seen proof of that, but I would like to, with Darvin's permission, of course, get in and verify that.
Okay,
Now, I have not seen any connections to the house. I've not seen anything from the outside to suggest that, but that doesn't mean anything. That doesn't. I would also, just to make sure Darvin is still on this and he's gonna do it, maybe a small contingent fine.
we've got no evidence that anybody's living there.
At the moment, no. We can just confirm that definitely the one on, if you're looking at the property, left-hand side is definitely within a setback. The setback is 30 feet.
Yeah, that's That's not a big deal, we can move that. All right, so unless you got something, if you can reach it and he lets you look inside, there's nobody.
Right, there's nobody there, no evidence of
Meantime,
it,
we have no evidence that there is.
right. But I think that's why I highlighted that, just to say that
Right,
I
okay.
still want to accomplish that before I let this go totally.
Well, that's, okay. So you should probably get significant contingent fine.
Well, that's all relative to then what's the fine I can. It's probably not a huge fine I can even give them either.
8,700.
That's what I'm saying. When I say a substantial fine on that, I was thinking a contingent fine like 1,000.
Oh, that's
That was
substantial.
like 1,000
That's
something.
not even.
I was just
Not even
something.
a couple good.
I just kind of, I like Darvin, but
Needs some motivation.
needs a little motivation, yeah.
Violation continues. Contingent fine of $1,000 for progress. Continued to
Well, he said April, I'm going,
April what?
17.
April 17th hearing. And the lunch. All right, that's all there is to that one.
Works for me. Now that we have gone through all of them, so on here, you go to the bottom there, says stop recording. Says